Hi, everybody. This is Jim Cornette, pro wrestling legend, and you're listening to the Book in the Territory Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast.
This is the artist formerly known as Daryl Van Horn, James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, and I'm here to let you know I would rather slam my cock in a car door than to miss the dulcet tones of Hard Body Harper, my illegitimate son, on Booking the Territory podcast.
Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people and my brothers and sisters, don't you dare miss Booking the Territory. Oh, yeah.
This is a one-man gang. You're listening to Booking the Territory Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast, where today we're talking NWA Saturday Night on TBS from October the 8th, 1988. Getting closer to, we're about 2 months away from the next Clash and about a month and a half away from Starrcade 1988. I'm sitting here with Doc and not Hard Body Harper because Harper, as usual, he's freaking late. I mean, we come to expect it now. Doc, what's up? How are you doing?
How am I doing? I'm all right, man. It's
living a dream, brother.
Well, we're 4 weeks into the new year, and I got to tell you, I'm doing a lot of living, but I don't know how much laughing and loving I'm doing. I'm just, I'm a little sad these days. We lost Kobe this past week. And I know you know because you spend a lot of time on Twitter, so did you get everybody's feelings accounted for over there on social media?
Well,
bro, here's the thing. Let me break this down for everybody. Look, it's a tragedy that not only Kobe, but his little daughter and everybody else on the planet.
That one got me. That got me.
Right,
don't want to sound mean. That one got me more than Kobe.
Well, and the baseball coach lost his, the wife, the coach, and a daughter, but there's two other kids. This is all sad stuff. But, bro, you got people that are really affected by this shit on social media that have no horses in this race.
Look, man, people mourn things differently. That's all I want to say.
Okay, so here's the thing.
We're not going to say anything mean. We're not saying anything mean here.
I'm not.
But
no,
Doc and I had the same thought when it went down. We were like, fuck, that's messed up. Kobe died, I mean, it's tragic.
I started getting texts. I was like, no way. And I was like, oh, man, that's messed up. Okay, so let me tell you something, pal. I won't say he's a friend, but he's an acquaintance. It's not because he's a bad person. It's just I don't know him all that well, but he's a pilot. He's a jet pilot.
Yeah. Tell this story. Tell this. I'm glad you're bringing this up.
Yeah, so this is the PSA here for everybody. He is a commercial pilot for a regional carrier, if you will.
Got to protect the identity of this person, please.
That's as far as I'm going to go with this. And basically, he likes to laugh at me because I don't like to fly. Flying is some scary ass shit for your boy.
I don't like flying either.
And he goes, "Ah, man, come on." He goes, "You know how much I would have to screw up for that a plane to crash?" I was like, "No, I don't, but please tell me," and all that kind of shit. And he goes, "I can't, but I could physically fall asleep. It's not a big deal." I'm like, "Okay." And he goes, "But I'm not getting on no damn helicopter. Fuck that."
Let's be clear. He knows how to fly a helicopter. He's just not getting on one.
Right. He goes, "There's too many things that can go wrong with those things, and I don't have the same capability to correct for it. No thanks." And so here's another thing. I had the opportunity to speak with him not an hour and a half ago.
I'm bringing Harper on. Go ahead. Keep going.
And I said, "So what do you think happened?" He goes, I know exactly what happened. So I'm going to break the news here. There ain't no joke. There's no other thing we're talking about here. He said, this is what happened. The guy was not instrument rated, and it was bad weather, and they shouldn't have gone up, but he was a private pilot that wanted to take care of his executive client and said, I'll go anyway, and made a bad decision, and they should have never left the ground.
That's right.
That's right.
So, to be clear, this is the pilot who knows his shit. Yeah.
That's his job. Our job is to come on here and fart into the mic and then go to our shoot jobs.
Literally.
His shoot job is to fly airplanes. So yeah, he said basically it was pilot error and judgment. They should have never gone up, but he probably did it because he had Kobe on board and wanted to take care of him. Now, let's welcome in the guy who on Sunday afternoon, just mere hours after the tragedy, sent us a picture of a helicopter adorned and painted in Lakers colors and with the logo on the side.
Boy, you going to fucking hell.
Why?
How are you dirty dirtbag? Let's welcome in the hard body.
Hi.
The one and only hard body Harper. Get him while you can, because hell's waiting on him.
That's nice, really.
Bro, you are going straight to hell. Yes, you are. Proceed.
You were probably rooting for Edge to snap his neck the other night in the Royal Rumble after that.
No.
You're like, I didn't have enough blood today.
How does the song go? On this day, I see freely.
I don't know.
It's interest music.
Oh.
Jeez.
Wow.
It didn't really sound like it. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Whatever.
You gonna say you like Shaq better anyway?
Come on.
Here's the real problem, and this is here's what if all of y'all want to make Mike's life a living hell for the next, I don't know, 6 months, is that now everybody's going to be on the Lakers are doing it for Kobe campaign for the rest of the year, because nobody hates the Lakers more than Mike, and I hate the Lakers a bunch, but nobody.
Wait. That's not true. It's not the Lakers I hate. I hate the NBA with how it's not even the Lakers. It's these goddamn little bitch boy players.
The super teams.
Yes. Like, I hate that aspect of the NBA. That's what it's not that I hate the Lakers. Yes, I don't like now Anthony Davis can he can go get on a plane that'll fall out the sky of all.
Wow.
That's it's a joke. I don't mean that, people.
Here's what we've proven. No matter how much good intentions we have, if you just wait long enough, all of us will start making jokes we shouldn't make.
That's nice.
I just don't like the whole super team thing, and it's just these damn players playing together. Look, I get it. You want to win a title, but God, it makes it harder for the small market teams. That's always been my issue.
Hey, I don't know if we have any shout-outs tonight, but I do know that we have picked up the pace on our pre-show patron content. We just cut another one tonight. So, Mike, do you want to tell people about the Amazon link and the patron sign-up so that we can go ahead and get into this show so that I can go to bed tonight?
Absolutely, even though it's only 7 o'clock, you're ready to go to bed. But, yes! If you haven't already done so or don't do so regularly, remember use the Amazon referral link at tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. It is a great way to support this show without spending anything extra. And then, special shout out to our largest page contributors monthly, Disrespectfully Classy, Mark E. Blassie, Kyle Riley, Mike Childry. Thank you for your support of the show. And last but not least, I don't have any new Patreon shout outs this week, but if you want to get shout out next week, become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. 2 weeks in a row, Doc and I have done a top 10 from the PWI. Plus, we talked a little Royal Rumble in the last one and all kind of other miscellaneous topics. So it was about 20 minutes, but it was a fun little pre-show. So become a patron, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Doc, anything else?
I do have something. I just, for the first time in weeks, went over to the thing on my iPhone, the podcast gimmick, and we hit 300 ratings.
Oh, really?
That's not 300 5-star ratings, but it's 300 ratings.
So now what happens?
Well, I don't know, but somebody that was SRF Jason said, "Great wrestling podcast. I'm late to this, so I'm playing catch up. Thanks for doing this show. Keep it up, guys." And he has a fist raised up with the devil horns on it. So
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Guess what I'm doing?
It's got to be somebody on Twitter. I wonder if that's Kendall Fett.
Verse 31 says, "Best podcast ever." So you know that, and the title is classy. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Moondog Joe says, "These podcasts are the bomb. I look forward to them each weekend." There you
that's
go.
Nice.
Chris Harper, CHBG24 says, "Doc," with an exclamation point, toot toot. And then back to last year, because we haven't done this in a while, right around Thanksgiving. No comparison, no competition. This is no doubt the best wrestling podcast there is. The hosts make it feel more like you're hanging out, just talking the old days, rather than most casts that are stuffy and argumentative about things that do not matter. Like arguing online about ring rope color. Yeah, SMU heavyweight, you. Ugh.
Bitch. Fucking Lance.
Yeah, what's he been doing now that football season's over for him?
Actually, we did a world-class show last week. It was real good. We had a good time.
Let's go running, Mustangs. Let's try to get into that NIT. We do have one from...
Come on, bro.
We do have one from October, and I'm going to read this one just because he's a new friend of the show. Mikey in DFW, he's an active participant on Twitter. Rolexes all around. Yeah, the best podcast recommendation I've ever received. Harper comes in like a bull in a china shop, destroying everything and everybody, while Doc's the devious altar boy who spikes the communion offering and puts queso on the wafers. Meanwhile, Mike valiantly holds the whole thing together as the quasi-straight man. That's a great way to describe you, as quasi-straight man who gets everyone over in the process. This podcast ain't playing no game. It ain't no toy. It ain't no puppet. Only leaving this review here because it wouldn't fit in a tweet to SMU heavyweight.
Harper, that same guy, gentleman, Mikey in DFW, he tweeted me this week and he said, at BTT podcast, what day is it? Fuck, I've eaten out more ass than prostate cancer. Talking about your
That's right.
prostate cancer. He literally said, "I'm dying here. Holy shit." There you go. One more from sex.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, go
ahead.
Eating out ass. Guess what? A friend of mine added me to this stupid Facebook group. It's like the single shit, right? Meet singles, and I was like, "Bro, what is this shit, bro?" He's like, "Just do it, yada yada yada." I was like, "Okay, fuck it." And so tonight at the Bay down the street, they have like a meet and greet where all these fucking people meet up. And he's like, "You want to go?" I was like, "Not really."
Maybe you could go down there and eat some ass.
Yeah, so I said, "Well, if you go, I'll go."
Oh no.
So I'm gonna go when I get off of this with y'all and see what fucking train wrecks are fucking sitting over there.
Hey, just remember.
We need an update.
Remember three things.
What?
LSU's not winning the championship tonight. Wrap it up, and you got to work in the morning.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Are we ready to get started?
I think we should. October 8th, 1988.
Yeah, October 8th, 1988, NWA Saturday Night on TBS. This show opens up with, we open from one of the arenas, one of the Russian assassins on the mic calling out Ivan and Nikita in what we assume to be some type of Russian language that he's speaking, I'm guessing. I don't know. You really couldn't understand him. It was very much broken. And then we head to the studio with JR, Tony, and David Crockett. Once again, Rick Steiner, that is, will be defending the TV title for Mike Rotunda like he did last week, and then we head to the ring for some action. Doc, any thoughts on the opening from the arena and then in the studio?
We talked about that whole Rick Steiner thing last week, so I guess I'll leave it alone.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And then every week when I see this...
Everything was airtight, brother.
Yeah. We respected the business. I always laugh at JR's jacket with all those damn gold buttons, because that's the kind of shit I wore when I was 8 years old to church, when I had to go to church.
Doc, look how he occasionally stares at Tony Schiavone.
Like he's a pork chop.
Let me tell you something, you bastard. I'm taking your job. You just don't realize it.
Looks like a ship captain.
Yeah.
He does. That's what it looks like. What'd you say, Harper?
Like on a cruise.
Yes, that's exactly.
Like on a fucking Love Boat.
Like he'd have been the navigator on Love Boat.
That's exactly what he looks like. That's exactly it.
Captain, we're rolling into some rough waters.
Oh, well, good old JR. Oh, man. Okay, Harper, any thoughts from the opening, or I'll keep going?
You keep rolling.
The Road Warriors in the first match destroy Terry Jones and Rick Allen.
Yeah.
Doc, talk about this, and then I'm going to get to this match, because there is, when we get into this thing, Hawk, like, clotheslines this bastard, and he no-sells it.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Here it comes.
Right here.
He gets him,
like,
boom,
nope.
and he doesn't fall. Oh, the dude. That second one with his left arm was fantastic, and I guarantee it's because he didn't go down on the first one. He's like, all right, motherfucker. Because what he does is he throws him into the ropes, and he comes off, and he's going to hit him with the right-handed clothesline, and the guy just kind of takes a step back, and so he just levels him immediately with the left arm. How do you like that for play-by-play? Get somebody. God, he took him off his feet that time.
Okay,
that was awesome.
I'm going to ask Harper this, and if you ask me, Harper, I think he was too light on the second one. I thought he was going to murder him.
Yeah.
Did you think the same?
It almost looked choreographed.
Could be. They're trying to make him look a little bit meaner because they're getting ready to spike some folks in the out.
And that promo, you can see they're starting to get more heelish.
They got some extra cycle going on there. Jesus.
Yeah, they're fucking huge, huh?
They're swollen up.
Oh, I think they look about the same, but
okay. Just argue for the sake of argument.
No, that would be what you do every week. Now let's go to the promo. Here it is.
That they are the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, along with Dusty Rhodes, the World Six-Man Tag Team Champions.
First of all, David, I want to clear up one thing right now. We've never in our life needed another partner to beat up anybody. We'll take 2, 3, 4, 5 guys off by ourselves, but it's the referee alliance that makes us have a partner, and we don't like it. Midnight Express, your time is done. The first time we get a title shot with you, we will get those tag belts, and we will be the new World Tag Team Champions. Tell them, Hawk. As you well know, David Crockett, I just got back from the sands of Kahana in Maui, browning on the beach, but I got a little bored because I couldn't kick any butt there without going to jail. But I had a lot of time to think about the Midnight Express. Just one thing about Hawaii that kind of screwed me up. You know what they call hors d'oeuvres over there, Paul?
You must mean hors d'oeuvres?
That's what I said. They call them poo-poos. So you can imagine what I did to the first guy that came up to me with a platter of poo-poos and offered me one. I whacked him one, like we're gonna do to the Midnight Express. We're like a roller coaster. You see, resting us is like taking a ride on a roller coaster. You feel like you're gonna die, but you don't, because our theory is dead men can't feel pain, and that takes all the fun out of it. Besides, roller coasters got brakes. We don't.
You know, David, I guess it all boils down to...
I shut that down just for Steven Jaworski. He made comments about how I always shut down Ellering. But anyway, Doc, your thoughts as the Road Warriors really sound like they always sound intense, but they are starting to sound a little meaner.
Especially animals saying they don't need no partner.
Yeah, no. What's that?
You're making us do this. We don't want that.
Yeah.
He's just telegraphing that they're about to murder someone, right, Harper?
Yes.
Doc, what other thoughts you got?
I'm kind of ready for it because it's going to be stabby.
Yeah, when's that happening? Is it
Soon.
next week or two?
No, we actually got. It's a good month away. At this point, it might be a month and a half because that's right before the next clash, and the next clash is not till October the 7th. I mean, December the 7th. So it might be like a month and a half away before it actually happened. Now they turn before that, but the actual, you talking about the actual spiking episode when they spike him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like towards the end of November.
Okay.
But they're going to turn before that, though. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ron Simmons defeats the Menace. Doc, any thoughts?
No, not really. I mean, I always like watching the Menace get his ass whipped, but that's just me.
Harper, you?
Nah.
Right.
It went kind of long.
Yeah, it did. Too long, especially Ron Simmons with the Menace. So, all right. Let's go to Dusty, see what he's got to say. He's going to do a little rambling, and then Ron Simmons, he's got something to say, too. He's going to come in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man for all seasons, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes and Ron Simmons.
Let me tell you something. I just seen a great athlete in progress, if you will. Spontaneous emotion is what it's all about, Kevin Sullivan. Gary Hart, Al Perez, Dog Colors, whatever you're talking about now. The American Dream is live and in color and ready for it. The Boston Club come out here and say they're looking for a new member. They're looking at Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons, football jersey, retired from Florida State University. Number 8 in the Heisman Trophy winner. And athlete brother, and Burt Reynolds made man. The only thing that's a little bit different, Ron. Hi, Mom. I'm going to say hello to Mom. Every time you run a football play, got to say hi, Mom. The only difference is that I like all of Burt Reynolds' women, and he like Burt Reynolds. Him and Burt Reynolds are good friends. We bringing Burt out here sometime. But you know, this man right here and myself work with the Special Olympics, the special kids across this country, and we bringing you a message today, baby. You got to understand, as he came out here and said one time before, no matter what race, creed, or color you are, there is a problem with drugs in this country, and you don't need to be doing it. You need to be saying no, just like he said, because that's what it's all about. And the future with Ron Simmons is now, and my main man is Ron Simmons, and he gonna take care of business. Tell him, baby.
Hey, just like Dusty said, one thing for sure, let me clear the air. You saw Kevin Sullivan out here around a couple of my matches. I'm standing here with a man that represents nothing but the best of professional wrestling. Good, clean, wholesome wrestling. Kevin Sullivan, brother, you are nowhere in my plans. And to reiterate what you said, big man, for sure, the Special Olympics are something special. But when you're dealing in something like drugs, you ask Ben Johnson what drugs can do to you and what it takes away from your life. 4 years that man trained to win that Olympic gold medal. What took it away? Drugs. It's as simple as that. Stay away from it.
You got it. You got it.
Good message from a great man. Listen.
Now, wait a minute.
Yeah, for real, huh?
The drugs didn't take away his gold medal.
Yeah.
The governing body did that because they're uptight pricks.
Yeah. It's not like he was a fucking cokehead.
Right. And to come on after the Road Warriors and talk about performance enhancing drugs seems a little hypocritical.
Drugs.
Well.
Are we a big drug show? I mean, I don't.
What's the three of us?
Do we do a lot of drugs between the three of us?
No.
No. Do we?
We're clean, bro.
Pretty clean here. Do you think that all drugs should be legal?
All?
Yeah.
No.
Total.
Like heroin and crack and coke and shit.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. What about marijuana?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I think.
That's eventually going to happen.
Eventually it'll happen, but I'm not even a smoker, but that's gotta,
right.
They gotta make that legal, man. Like alcohol's just as bad, if not worse. So,
Yeah.
oh man, definitely marijuana needs to be made legal. Let people smoke the stuff that makes them feel good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
they got back pain.
But my thing is, I don't care what people do in that regard. I mean, I don't want a crackhead coming and stealing my shit.
Well, yeah, see, that's the thing, man. Like,
so there's that. But if I was at a party or something and somebody, like, I can't imagine this happening anymore, but like somebody busted out an 8-ball and chopped up a line, I might leave just because I don't want to be around it, but I'm not going to call the cops on him. I don't care.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to figure out some way to just get through the day. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got a broad or a shoot job or kids or the combination of everything that's got them just fucking hanging on by their fingernail tips from the Von Erich thing. If somebody wants to sniff something or smoke something or drink something, who am I to say don't do it? But then you got Dusty and Ron Simmons out there being like, don't do it, kids. Well, how are they going to learn? How are you going to be a good adult doing drugs if you don't do them when you're a kid? Get some practice in.
Okay, Doc.
Drugs are better for the youth anyway because they can handle it. Like think about it. How'd you feel the next day when you did all that drinking at the LSU game, Harper? How'd you feel the next
sucks.
day? How would you have felt 25 years ago? Fine.
Oh God, yeah, fine.
See, if anybody should be doing all this shit, it should be the children.
Okay, you're on an open channel. You might want to stop.
Maybe not the children. The youth.
Okay, yeah, clean that up.
The youth.
No, that's just as bad.
No, I'm talking about north of 18 but south of 25.
They need to make that plant that grows out of the earth legal. Coke and marijuana. I mean, coke and heroin and crack.
Heroin.
No, that does not need to be legal. No, no, thank you.
No one's ever sucked dick for weed.
I don't care because it's one.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, no one's ever pawned their fucking grandma's engagement ring to go buy a fucking ounce of fucking weed. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with fucking steroids. No one's ever sucked dick for Deca. But it's illegal. But it's labeled like it's fucking heroin, which is stupid.
Right.
I'm with you on the steroid thing. I mean,
and if it's legal, and just because it's legal doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I just don't want. That's one more thing I got to go buy. Forget that. I'm trying to spend less money, not more.
10 jackasses make the news because of roid rage, and all of a sudden everybody that takes steroids has roid rage.
I think I'm going to go get on a cycle. I'm going to go cycle up.
Dude, the amount of people I've known that have done roids in my life that have never had roid rage.
Yeah, it's but
like,
just think of how many people you know that have drank and acted like fucking assholes.
Oh my God, beat girls and did dumb stuff.
Chris Adams.
And they want to bring up roid rage.
Right. Because that just makes you an animal, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Everybody knows that the reason it ain't legal is because the right people hadn't figured out how to make the right amount of money off of it yet.
That's right.
In sports.
That's right. Okay.
Sports don't matter. Nobody gives a shit about the purity of anything. It's about how do we make some money off this thing.
And now that Doc has promoted his Say Yes to Drugs campaign on October 8th, 1988, while Nancy Reagan was saying say no to him, we will keep the show moving. How's that sound, Doc?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Feeling good.
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fantastics are out here. They defeat Keith Steinborn and Jerry Price. I've got nothing else from that match. Doc, to you. Jerry Price...
That was a hell of a finisher, but, that's all.
And Jerry Price is doing some hellified backdrops in this match. Harper, you got anything from it?
Nah.
They then go to JR and Tony throw it to the Sheep Herders and the Fantastics. This is, it ends in a double DQ, and Bobby Fulton is busted wide open doing it.
Am I the only one that got excited for this?
No.
No, this
actually,
was fun to watch.
It was because, and they're in the arena. When I said they throw it to it, they're not in the studio. This was very reminiscent of their brawls in the UWF. So yes, it was fun to watch because that was the type of bloodbath they had in the UWF. Good shit, pal. Doc, what do you think?
I agree, except it probably was more tame than it was in the UWF because only one guy was bleeding instead of all four. So, but I got excited about this. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, this was good. They did some chicken coop matches in the UWF too, but yeah, hey, the crowd's into it. It's a Fantastics and the Sheep Herders. This is good stuff. It's good shit, pal. Harper, what'd you have from it?
This was good shit. I thought it was fun to watch. But I thought the ref should have rang the bell as soon as what's his name put his hands on him.
Oh my God, Tommy Young let everybody just toss him around like a rag doll.
Yeah.
Maybe he was getting off on it.
Come on.
You're an asshole.
What?
What's that? What's that mean anyway?
Why do you even have to say that?
Isn't he
grow up, so what?
Oh, the ref is queer?
Oh,
what?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. How about some decorum?
Tommy Young, if you heard of this show and listened to it, or if you have friends who listen to this show.
That's nice.
I'd like to apologize.
He doesn't do the internet.
Okay. Can we keep moving?
I've heard that.
Oh, I think he has said that. I've heard him in interviews say things like that, yes.
That's a comment that always is bewildering to me.
I actually think people like that are lucky.
I do too.
For real, man.
I didn't say that I'm not jealous. Jesus Christ. The internet
Isn't that great?
It's a terrible place.
Can you imagine? Harper and I have had this discussion off air. We've said it a million times, and I'll say it again. And this has nothing to do with our wonderful, fine listeners. But if we didn't have BTT, or if Harper didn't have Wildcat, we would shut down our fucking Facebook.
I would shut that shit down
in a second.
The only reason I would use the internet more or would be upset if it left, to be honest.
Amazon?
I don't give a fuck about Amazon. I'm talking about just having up-to-the-minute access on sports scores and all that. That's it.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I remember as a kid, I would get the sports page and flip for like the baseball scores with the bowl of cereal to find out who won and who's standing in the
who hit home runs.
Yeah.
Same thing. I did that shit too, Harper. Same thing.
Me too.
I'd flip to the back to look at the box scores.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
The standings, who hit home runs. Yeah, so my ability to go spend time on that kind of stuff, but man, the internet's gonna kill us, dude.
It really will. It's gonna do us in, man. We're not mature enough, bro. We need to grow up. We can't handle Facebook and social media. Humanity is not advanced enough for it. We are too weak-minded.
Look what they use it for. They use it to set up ass-eating competitions that Harper's going to later tonight.
I already won.
You already won it. Come on.
Let's keep moving. Back to that fantastic Sheepherders match. It did end up ending in a DQ before Harper was so mean and Doc was so mean to Tommy Young. We then go to Dick Murdoch versus Cruel Connection #1. This kills me. This is some hokey horse dog doo-doo. Cruel Connection gets his mask turned around. Dick Murdoch beats him up a little bit. God, this was dumb. Harper, your thoughts?
Didn't the Midnight do that to him a couple of weeks ago?
It wasn't him. It was some other idiot. Yes, they did. I forgot who it was, though.
Poor bastard.
Doc, your thoughts?
Murdoch's fucking with him, though, right?
Oh, he's playing with him. He's toying with him. It's terrible.
He's got to be buddies with him.
I think that's Gary Royal. Well, I don't know if that's Gary Royal.
It's one of those guys.
Yeah. It looks like him. The body looks like him, but I don't really know. I shouldn't say it is him because I'm not sure. As I say that, I'll get 50 DMs and messages telling me who it is. And it'll be 6 different answers.
That's okay. We appreciate our patrons.
We do. The person, and as Doc says that, he's immune to getting DMs and stuff because, you know, he avoids it and he only trolls from LaFonda stuff. But anyway, that's just neither here nor there.
And my life is easier as a result.
You can bite me. Okay. Doc, any thoughts on Dick Murdoch and Cruel Connection #1?
Not other than the mask work, no.
Yeah.
Okay. So after Dick Murdoch defeats Cruel Connection #1, we're going to go to Ric Flair, who he's got something to say. So here that is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest of the great, the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair. No one else has been able to get to the level that he has. Look at him right now. Dressed fit to kill from head to toe. World Heavyweight Champion belt always at his side.
Throw the camera over to the Nature Boys public. Look at him. Can you imagine Dick Murdoch, the reddest of all rednecks? Howard Berry switched his name. Murdoch Saturday, you, Dusty Rhodes, and the University of Texas are going to be the laughing stock of college football. Bottom line. And here I stand. David, let's give him the full shot. This is what being the world's heavyweight wrestling champion is all about. Luger, it's October. It's mid-October to be factual, and women around the world have said to me, Nature Boy, thank God the weather has gotten colder because Luger now is out of that jockey t-shirt and into a shirt. He is finally going to look things and put things in the right perspective. In other words, Luger, you change the wardrobe. You change your turn of thought. Maybe you think to yourself, maybe Ric Flair can't be beat. Maybe he's everything he thinks he is. Maybe I better ask Sting. Maybe I better ask Dusty Rhodes. Maybe I better ask the Road Warriors. How do you beat Slick Rick? You don't. I, my friend, am your world's heavyweight champion. I style, I profile, I live the life of a man who is the king of the hill. Now, the monster, that's what I call him, the new monster arrives on the scene. Bam, Bam Bigelow. Well, Bigelow, you know, I have traveled the world over, and I have met 1,000 women, some big, some short, some skinny, but the bottom line is, you, my friend, are like a lot of women I see day in and day out. You are fatso. You don't like that, do you? Bigelow, nobody likes to be called fat boy. Well, fat boy, you tell the world that you've been to the big time? No way. This is the big time. This is the NWA. This is Jim Crockett, Ted Turner, and Ric Flair. So Bigelow, wherever you think you've been, whatever you think you've accomplished, think of it like this. Luger is like this. Sting is like this. The Road Warriors are like this. And you are fat boy. You don't like that, do you? Well, let me tell you something, fat boy. You don't like it? Do something about it. Don't talk about where you've been and what you've done. Walk that aisle and shut this mouth. Once again, Ric Flair tells it like it is. Dusty Rhodes, Murdoch, Sting, Luger, Bam Bam Bigelow, the Colos. Learn to live with it because everybody knows who it is the best thing going today. How about it?
All right, the World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair. Listen, he's talking about the Beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow. So Oliver Humperdink is coming up next. We'll find out more about Bam Bam right after this.
All right, Harper, you were chuckling. I was chuckling. What did you think?
You can't call people fatso now, especially women.
What if they're fat?
No, you shut up.
Is that how you get to thick with 2 C's?
That's what that means?
Mm.
When it's 2 C's?
No.
You can't. He's not lying. You can't publicly call somebody fat now. They label you as a fat shamer.
I had to take a video had to take these tests for the shoot job, and it was the fucking harassment one. Mm-hmm. And it said the one thing is the body shaming is not against the law, but it's frowned upon.
Why would you ever want to shame someone about their body? Harper?
Yeah. Ask Ric Flair.
That's a good point. You think he ever got tired of like getting out there and like working hard to get somebody over, and then they're gone 2 months later?
That sucks. Ugh.
And
that's gotta suck for him.
Look, we saw Bigelow and Humperdink last week. We're about to hear from Humperdink again. Like, they had something. Do you agree, Doc?
Yeah, because Luger's not the main guy and Sting's not ready. There's a spot there.
Not just that, Humperdink, he's a good promo. Like,
yeah,
he can get there.
So much better than
Paul Jones.
Yes.
He's really good. Like, we're gonna hear it in a second. He can talk, and Bigelow doesn't have to say much. Bigelow can just be the big badass, and don't get too used to him.
Well, and I have a question. Is it next? Because I want you to look at Humperdink a certain way.
It is next. You got anything else on Flair real quick, or what?
No, he was good. He's always good. I was talking about, like, look at the top, like the business up top part of Humperdink's hair. It looks like a 80s Baptist minister up there. Not the long part, the part on top.
Okay. Go ahead, Harper.
I was looking into his sunglasses and see
how about his whistle earring?
The reflection. Oh yeah, those fucking Mardi Gras fucking fucking earrings. Right. The fucking whistle. The fuck is that about? Why? Why?
Because we're talking about it.
Because he's Humperdink.
But why a little fucking whistle?
Was he supposed to have a used condom? What the hell?
Yeah.
Wow. Grow up. I mean, Jesus. Okay, let's go to Humperdink now. It's actually going to break up into 2 parts because Humperdink's going to cut a promo, and then they're going to throw it to a match with Bigelow versus David Isley, and then we'll come back to Humperdink to wrap it up. So let's go to the first part. Here it is.
All right, the World Heavyweight Champion calls him Fat Boy. His name is Bam Bam. His nickname is the Beast from the East. And that shows us, Sir Oliver Humperdink, that the repercussions from last week are still rippling. Isn't that correct?
The shock waves of what happened last week right here on the Superstation TBS are still being felt throughout the wrestling world. Everybody's talking. Everybody's calling on the phone. They all want to know what the plans are. Well, those plans, my friend, are my secret, and it's none of anybody's business. But I'll go so far as to say this. Like the ripple effect, it's spreading throughout the NWA. You can hear it here today. And I'm not talking about cheap wine when I'm talking about ripple effect. It's being felt. He is the Beast of the East. He is the man who weighs 396 pounds. He is as heavy as a Chevy. I know what you're talking about, Ric Flair. This is one of the biggest challenges you've ever had. And he's as heavy as a painted-up 1957 Chevy. And he's going to be felt by you, Ric Flair, in a big way. Now, I know we got some videotape here today.
That's right.
And I'd like to take a look at it. And I know the folks at home would like to, too. So why don't we...
Let's say it right now, if we could.
I love Humperdink. I don't know how else to say it, Doc. I did catch his hair. Yes, I agree. And I got a better look at the whistle earrings, pink whistle earrings. Wow. Humperdink's just good there. He's saying, yeah, he's a big man and he's going to deal with you, Ric Flair. And then they cut to the match with Humperdink and David Isley. Doc, what did you have from the first part of that, though?
He's got something. You're right.
It's not new. It wasn't new to me at this point. Like I said, he was a Mid-South guy. So I remember him there and he cut good promos there. So this is not new. But there's something there. He's good. It's a breath of fresh air and he's really good at promos. And yeah, he's got something. He's got that it factor, if you ask me. But what else you got, Doc?
I'm interested in what Harper thinks about that promo.
Like you said, he's a breath of fresh air. He's something new, and he's not bad.
And he's got a guy with him that's different too.
Right. Bam Bam looks like no one in this territory.
Right.
With the tattoos on the head, he's a really big guy, and he can move. And no one in his territory looks like him.
Both of them were completely new. And the thing about like Humperdink is, Corne kind of can be flamboyant too with some of his suits and outfits, but Humperdink's different with the flamboyant because of the shirts and stuff.
It's that sleazy porn photographer thing.
Good point. I forgot you said that last week. Yes. Wow. I forgot you said it like that. Porn photographer. That's nice, Doc. All right. So let's go back to the studio. How's that sound?
Look at that shirt he's wearing. Safari.
Where did he get that from? Like Banana Republic?
Come on. He ain't shopping there.
Let's go back. Yeah, let's go back to Humperdink and see what he's got to say as he closes this out.
Yes, he has arrived. The beast from the east, Bam Bam Bigelow.
That's exactly right. Now let me single out a couple of the top stars you've got here in the NWA. Number one, Barry Windham with that U.S. heavyweight title. Well, it's not safe, Barry Windham. I don't care where you go, what you do. Eventually, you're going to have to face what you just saw, the man of flames and fire, Bam Bam Bigelow. And Mr. Barry Windham, when that happens, we're going to leave the arena that night with what belongs to you, and that's a U.S. title, guaranteed. Now, it seems like your world's heavyweight champion, Ric Flair, is on a name-calling campaign, coming out here shooting his mouth off about my man Bam Bam Bigelow. Well, I didn't start calling names, and you've never heard me say nothing about bleach or peroxide, have you?
Nope.
All right, then I didn't start it, but Flair, Bam Bam Bigelow is going to finish it, brother. He's going to get your title. He is going to knock you down a peg or two because that's exactly what I think he needs. Flair, you're pretentious. You come out here with your $400 and $500 suits on, shooting your mouth off to everybody that'll listen. Well, here's one guy right here that's not afraid, and there's a beast from the east roaming around Asbury Park right now that's not afraid of anything you got to say or you in the ring. And it's inevitable. It's got to happen. When the immovable object and the indestructible force collide, what a collision it'll be. And Bam Bam Bigelow, when it's all over, will have that world title right around that, shall we say, ample waist of his, to coin a phrase. Ric Flair, talk all you want, but there's two kind of men that call names. One of those types of men is an uneducated man. Someone that couldn't come up with something else. Well, I know better about Ric Flair. He's got the best education money can buy, and his wrestling ability speaks for itself. And the second kind of man that calls name is a man who's scared, who's a man who's running, who's a man who hears the footsteps behind him and feels that hot, greasy breath on his neck. And Flair, you fall into that second category. So count the number of days. It's going to happen. We're going to get our chance at you, and when it's over, we're going to be walking away the world's heavyweight champion.
Push pause.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard from Sir.
Go back to where he's on the screen. And push pause.
Come on, Doc.
Right there. How old do you think he is?
Oh, I looked this up, so I'm not going to comment.
40?
39.
Oh, okay.
God almighty.
Harper didn't sound surprised. Harper's like, what?
That seems unreal to me. He looks 55 years old there.
He does. He does look like some like fucking cheesy Baptist fucking preacher.
Yeah.
Like you see on TV Sunday morning.
Dude, can you see him walking into a church and seeing this guy up at the pulpit preaching? Oh my God. I would take a bump walking into that place.
Bro, if
I
you
would love
went
to have
if
him
you,
marry me.
Oh, come on. You want to marry? You want to marry Oliver Humperdink?
No, like have him be like the preacher.
Oh, okay. Mike, I guarantee you, if you take 6 inches off that hair, you could, and the earring off, you could have found somebody close to that in a church in the South, from Texas to Florida, in the mid '80s.
No doubt, 100% accurate. Chop off a little bit of the hair, take the earrings off. Yes.
With the same rap too.
The same rap, like Ron, like Bo James told us about Ron Wright that time. Ron Wright modeled his promos after Baptist preachers.
But what Brother Love was.
Bruh, like we said, if you're a patron, go listen to the church in wrestling episode. That's all I'm gonna say. It's all the same.
Hard to tell where one starts and the other begins.
It's all the same. Nobody, whether you want to believe it or not, it's all the same, man.
Well,
anyway,
if you're believing it doesn't. Whether or not you believe it has no bearing on whether or not it's true.
Let me say, I'm not saying it's a work. I'm just saying like a preacher is literally a promo cutter.
Let's just say they're pulling similar tools out of the same toolbox.
A preacher is a man. And Doc, Doc, let me ask you a question. You ever been to any black churches?
Can't say that I really have.
Okay. Harper, what about you? And Mama Harper ever let you into the black congregations?
No.
Bruh, let me tell you something. I done seen my share of black preachers that can talk them into the building. Like it's a wrestling event. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to down any religion. I'm a very religious person, believe it or not. But, yeah, man. Talk them into the building. Very, very good work. And if I could go back to my young self when they were cutting those promos, I probably would have been like, man, that's a good promo, Reverend. That's a good one, man.
That's nice.
Way to cut a promo on Satan today.
I'm just saying, man, you got to be able to talk. Bro, if you're a leader of a church, you got to be able to talk, bro. You got to be able to cut promos. You ever seen a great preacher that can't cut promos? Think about that.
No.
That's an oxymoron if they're, so anyway, what other thoughts you got about what we, Humperdink here as we got off track?
I'd be more excited if I didn't know how it ended.
Yeah, no, that's what sucks.
We got to stop reading. We got to stop reading ahead on the interwebs.
Well, keep this in mind. You're gonna get another good, few months of Humperdink pretty much cutting promos weekly, and he's good. I mean,
we're coming to the end of Paul Jones, right?
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, on screen, right? Yeah, we had this talk already. We talked about this. He's gonna be behind the scenes, not on screen.
Thank God.
At least that's what I remember it as. What the hell is Harper sending me?
Nothing.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I can't. Wow. That's patron material right there. We'll talk. I hate when you do that in the middle of the show. Okay. The Russian Assassin 1 defeats Brent Holiday. Doc, anything from that?
No.
All right. Harper, you?
No.
Luger cuts a quick 1-minute promo. Did y'all have anything from it? I thought it was. My note says he just tells Flair he's coming for him. There's some good Luger promos coming up though in the next few weeks. But I thought he was solid. But I mean, nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
Same with you, Harper.
Yeah.
All right, Doc. What did you got?
Good. I'm good.
Right.
We done yet?
Done yet?
Oh.
The Sheep Herders defeat J.C. Wilde and Mike Justice. Doc, any thoughts?
Let me see. Sheepers. No, I'm good.
Harper, you? Anything?
Nah.
The Sheep Herders then cut a promo, and I got to be honest with y'all. They are, once again, I'll repeat, a wasted talent in this promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's a good promo.
Yep. And it's funny because back then they were the enemy, but in today's world, they would have been baby faces with us from being from New Zealand, because we know that there's nothing dangerous about New Zealand.
There's nothing dangerous about it.
Nothing. But they said New Zealand, and we thought it was Russia.
Right.
Boy, when you that goes to show you, man. Whew, boy, the shit we didn't know back in the day. It's hard to believe when you watch them right there, though, that they become the baby-looking, lovable bushwhackers in the WWF not much further down the line.
Yeah.
But
licking kids' heads.
Licking babies' heads.
It's great.
These dudes were licking babies.
Come on.
What kind of lawsuit would you have today if a wrestler licked the baby?
That's gross, bro.
Depends on who it is.
Oh, okay. I'm not.
If it was the Viking Raiders, no way. If it was John Cena, everybody would like it.
John Cena couldn't get away with licking a baby, Doc.
Yeah.
Come on. In this world today?
What was that chick that you said, the women's wrestler that you said you wish would lick your baby helmet?
Who?
Toni Storm?
I didn't say that. I said she got a donk on her. Woof.
Toni Storm.
You got to look up NXT, Harper, and get a look at Toni Storm. She's thick on the bottom, bro. I mean, not like super thick, but she got some dunk down there.
We all know and she's from New Zealand too, so let's keep it relevant here.
Is she?
Her. Yeah.
She's a New Zealand-born Australian professional wrestler, and you know it's got to be serious if Mike's putting over a white broad.
Ring a ding ding, Harper.
It's not that thick. Well, yeah, she is. Never mind.
She's, bruh, that thing be moving, man, when she's in them matches.
I guess I should defer to you on this. This is the one place where leave it to Mike to be an expert on a blonde girl's big butt.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
That's what I thought.
Is she your white prize?
Excuse me?
Is she your white prize?
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
You know.
Damn, she do got ass, huh?
He's over there.
Harper,
look at that. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there. Bam.
Prostate cancer.
He's over there studying while we were arguing. Had the centerfold open, ready to crank one off. He's going to crank one off instead of going to that thing tonight. That's what he's going to do.
God, the more I think about it, the less I want to go.
Now Harper's becoming a real adult. With
I don't want to. No.
He's going to pull up a Toni Storm match and crank one off instead of
crank one off.
Remember when there was wrestling 6 or 7 days a week? You couldn't talk about things you couldn't do today. You couldn't run a spot show at a high school on a Wednesday night. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody would go.
Harper's still over there looking at Toni Storm. He's saying, See? All right. So, Rick Steiner, in the next match, as we keep moving, defeats Curtis Thompson. And remember, Rick is defending the TV title for Rotunda. We talked about this last week, how it's whatever, but Doc, any thoughts?
It's still silly to me.
Yeah, Harper, this is dumb.
Yeah. But I tell you, we're the Steiner.
Well, my question is, and this is the problem of thinking about things, why would the NWA sanction this?
Yeah.
What is the logic there?
Everything was airtight, brother.
Brother, we respected the business. The business that put the food on the table.
We bled for this shit, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, I ain't telling you it was bad back then, but them old timers, they got a belief system of their own, man.
Sure they do. And hey, you know what? They got a little bit of trophies in the case because this shit's way more interesting than the stuff today. But still, don't try to tell me it was all perfect. Come on now.
Yeah. Look at that clothesline from Curtis Thompson on Rick Steiner. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was nice.
Wow. That was very nice. All right.
Good for him.
We go from Rick Steiner defeating Curtis Thompson to the Midnight Express, who defeat Agent Steel and Mike Jackson. Of course, it because it's a Midnight Express match, Cornette is just on commentary, just yapping. I don't have anything specifically from it, but he was doing some yapping. Doc, did you have anything from the midnight match?
I was watching Stanfield, and thinking, 4 years from this day, this motherfucker put on a pelt.
Yep, 92.
Late 92. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, no, huh?
And he didn't need it.
And he didn't need it.
I still love the story Cornette tells about how when he got tired of the pelt and he ripped it off, and it looked like one of those things where, you know how if you threw a doormat on your front lawn and just left it there, and because there's no photosynthesis, the grass underneath it dies, but the grass around it is fine. Corny was like, man, Stanfield tore the pelt off one weekend and came in, and it looked like that, where the grass wasn't getting sunlight underneath where the pelt was. Oh, man. That was some magical stuff in Smokey when he put that pelt on, though.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Anyway. And then Cornette tells the story. Stan walks in and is like, you like it, Corny? Corny's like, can you wrestle in it? Sure. and then he had to wear the headgear, so the water polo headgear, so the damn thing wouldn't fall off in the match. But anyway. Okay. Harper, any thoughts on the midnight here?
Nah.
Nothing? All right.
Agent Steel.
God, this thing does this all the time.
I know, fucking network, bro. And you pay for this.
All right, there it is. It unfroze. Okay, let's go to the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette and see what they got to say after their match.
Hey, do you want to see what's in the bag? Yeah, okay, I'll tell you what, J.J. Dillon last week came out here and said, Jim Cornette, October the 15th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we're going to be inside the steel cage, and I guarantee you something, I ain't been wrestling in a while, but if I don't beat Jim Cornette, then I'm going to eat that tennis racket. That's what J.J. Dillon said. Well, J.J., never let it be said, brother, that Jim Cornette could be accused of cruelty to senior citizens. You old goat, I tell you what, since you're going to have a heck of a meal there in Philadelphia eating that tennis racket, I got plenty of stuff for you. I got you some Heinz, I got you some salt, I got you some mayonnaise, that should go real good. I got you some A1, nice little sauce there. I got you some mustard. You can have your choice, anything you want, JJ, to put on that tennis racket. And then after we get finished, when you get it all wolfed down, I know those $12 mail order catalog dentures you got are going to be flopping around in your mouth. So I got you some Fix-It-In right there so you can gum your teeth up and you can gum your lips up at the same time so you won't be running your mouth making any more promises that big butt of yours can't keep. Now let me talk about the Road Warriors. I heard them out here. Yeah, he kind of shaped like that, isn't he? I heard the Road Warriors out here talking about being out in Hawaii eating platefuls of poo-poo. Well, I tell you what, I think what the Road Warriors have been eating, I believe, has gone up between their ears, and they're using it for brains. Road Warriors, let me tell you something right now. You talk about being the uncrowned tag team champions, there's no such thing as uncrowned champions. These right here are the crowns. That means we're the champion. You don't have a crown, you ain't no champion. And brother, you may be the biggest, baddest, strongest, meanest two guys in professional wrestling, but to get to be the world tag team champions, you got to have a lot more than that. You got to have perfect teamwork. You got to have stamina to go all night, brother, and then some. And most of all, in the twinkling of an eye, in a split second, the Midnight Express can capitalize on a mistake. A match can be won or lost. Road Warriors, we get in the ring with you. We're so much smarter than you are. We will have you beat and be out of the ring 10 minutes before you know the match is over with. If you don't believe us, then you just ask the guys we won these world belts from. You know them, the ones that decided they'd rather switch than fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the World Tag.
All right, Doc, what do you have from Corny and the Midnight Express right there?
That was fantastic on 2 points. He flames Arn and Tully, saying they'd rather switch than fight, and there's no such thing as an uncrowned champion. I mean, look at these things. These are our crowns. What do you want us to say? I mean, that was fantastic.
He popped me with the ketchup bottle, and Bobby's over there having fun with the ketchup bottle. That was what I had from it. I thought that was hilarious. Harper, what did you have?
When was the last time you saw ketchup in a glass bottle?
You don't anymore.
Yeah.
Plastic's cheaper.
We
we can get our unit cost down by going to plastic.
Mm-hmm. And it's recyclable. It's more recyclable than glass. Because it happens is with glass, if it's you can only make it into it's. For instance, like if you have like a green beer bottle, you can only make another green beer bottle with it. You can't do anything else with it.
Okay, I got a question.
Huh.
Do you recycle?
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing your part for a cleaner tomorrow.
I don't want Captain Planet coming to kick my ass.
Oh boy, God.
Well, y'all got recycling, huh?
Yeah.
You put this shit, like on a curb, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Do you
we're
recycle,
big.
Doc?
Oh yeah, definitely. I try to recycle everything I can.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
We're trying to invest in a better tomorrow for our children's.
Yeah.
And the other thing, Mike, I got to tell you is, you know why I'm for green and I'm against climate change? Because it's already 104 in the summer. I can't take it being 104 in the fall and the spring either.
Yeah,
Bro,
fuck that.
If it gets any hotter in the summer here, man, I might spontaneous combust.
Right.
Oh,
so
boy.
I figure maybe climate change is a hoax. I don't think it is, but I'm going to try to fix it just so my summers don't last for 7 months out of the year.
Oh boy, I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah.
I hate the summers now, and I think it's partly because I'm old. Just because I'm old. It gets too goddamn hot here too, man. That's the other.
Yeah,
part
it does.
God damn.
We're on the surface of the sun over here in Texas, bruh.
And in New Orleans, it's not as hot, but it's more humid. So it's like, God, that's even.
But at least you can jump in the river to cool off, right?
Yeah, Mike.
No, you can't.
Why?
Harper, did you see that asshole that jumped in the river by the levee like last year? There was when the river was high.
No.
You didn't see that? I'll have to find that video and send it to you.
That's fucking gross, man.
I can't believe he made it. Like he didn't go far. It was just like right there. But man, you're just taking your life in your own hands, you idiot.
Yeah, that current just pulls you, and it's over with.
Dude, you're done if you get. Oh, anyway. All right. Doc, you were about to say something?
No, we're getting ready to hear JJ and Barry.
Yeah, Barry Windham defeats Gary Royal, and then we'll go to JJ and Barry, who are cutting a promo. Here it is.
Talk about the Horseman, you talk about the World Heavyweight Champion, and then you talk about the United States Heavyweight Champion, Barry Windham. That's number 1 and number 2.
I first have to say that I heard the comments of one Jim Cornette. He never ceases to amaze me. And I've never been one to ever run down an opponent of mine when I was active in my career, and I've never run down the opponents that the Horsemen have faced over the years. But Jim Cornette, when I said that I'd eat your tennis racket if I didn't beat you in Philadelphia in the cage next week, I really said it with a lot of confidence because tennis rackets are not on my diet. And if you had an honest bone in your body, when you looked at yourself in the mirror, Jim Cornette, you would know that you couldn't beat a herd of Smurfs if you had a bazooka. So I'm sure the concessionaires in the Philadelphia Civic Center next Saturday are going to be thrilled to death. You'll probably get a nice thank you note for restocking the concession stand when they sell their hamburgers and hot dogs, because that's all the ketchup and mustard is going to be needed for. But when I saw you empty your sack and throw it in the air and it come floating down, it reminded me of you. Because that's all you are, is an empty bag of hot air.
Ooh, JJ, those are strong words. Hey, Barry, what about this title?
JJ can say anything he likes. He's got all the backup he needs. You know, I just want to bring something to light here. There's a man named Bam Bam Bigelow around here that seems to think he has a promising future in the NWA. Let me tell you something, Bigelow. Your manager, Humperdink, is not going to take you anywhere. And if you've got your eyes on this United States Heavyweight Championship, you'd better think again. Now, bringing to light the United States Heavyweight Championship, Dusty Rhodes still bringing it up. Let me tell you, Rhodes, Dusty, for some time now, you've thought that you deserve another chance at this championship. It's not going to happen. The bottom line is the championship is with me. You're not getting a chance at it ever again. Sting is still the number one competitor for this championship and is going to be for some time because he's not going to win the championship. He'll always be the number one contender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard from the United States Heavyweight Champion, Barry Windham.
That line from JJ was great, Harper. You chuckled with me. What did you have?
With the Smurfs. That was funny. You couldn't defeat a herd of Smurfs with a bazooka. That sounds like something Cornette would say.
I totally agree. That was a Cornette line.
Yeah.
That was good. You have anything else, Harper?
No, I mean, as a kid, I'll be looking forward to seeing this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do we get to see any of it on here? No, huh?
Well, see any of what?
Of him in the cage, or whatever. Him and Cornette.
Oh no. See, I was confused. That's why I asked. I thought you were asking about Barry and Bigelow. No, I don't think they show any of Cornette in the not on Saturday night. Maybe they showed clips of it elsewhere, but I don't remember it on Saturday night.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I mean, my bad. Yeah, when you said, "Do we get to see any of this?" I was thinking you were asking about Barry versus Bam Bam, which
do we see some of that?
That's a Starrcade match.
Okay.
So yes, but not. I don't remember about Corne and JJ. I don't think they show any of it though. Doc, what'd you have from it?
I like the Smurfs line too, and then he said he was a bag of hot air to build on the bag thing. I like that.
Yep. All right, we keep going. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm good, bruh.
Nikita Koloff defeats the Blue Demon, and then we get a promo from Ivan and Nikita. And
please don't.
I wasn't gonna play it. I was just gonna say
it wasn't good.
Ivan was all right, but then Nikita comes in and do that noise you make, Harper.
With that,
yeah,
yeah. Do you do that when you're banging too? I mean,
yeah. When I'm banging, I'm just like, yeah, baby, right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, why are you crying?
Because it's so small.
Nice. All right. So Ivan and Nikita cut their promo. We then go to the Western States champion, Larry Zbyszko, who defeats Eddie Sweat. Yes, Western States. We're still here with the Western States. That's right. Harper, any thoughts on Western States champion Larry Zbyszko?
There it is, man.
The Western States.
The champ is here.
The heritage.
Champ is here.
The champ
Western
is
States
here.
heritage.
Harper's favorite NWA title of all time.
Hey, look at that. That's a symbol of fucking excellence right there.
I remember the first time they brought this belt on television. Harper said, bruh, it sounds like a fucking fair or something.
It does. It sounds like your 2020 Southwestern Heritage Festival. Yeah, starring ZZ Top. and Cheap Trick.
Foreigner with no original members.
And Night Ranger.
Sister Christian, all the time has come.
Welcome to the jungle.
No. Do you remember Sister Christian, Mike?
I don't have a clue.
Come on.
Kids under 12 get for free.
Cause you're motoring.
What's your price for flight?
What's your price for flight?
Finding Mr. Right.
Give me a break. Ooh, yeah, I sure deserve it.
Na 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 na.
Is that your way to shuck and or jive?
I don't know what y'all are doing, so I'm just trying to add to it.
Well, you're not.
Y'all like New Edition back in the day?
Nope.
I mean, they were
telephone man.
They were around.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, let's hear from Gary.
Oh yeah, we gotta hear Gary Hart.
We
do have to hear Gary Hart here. Hold on, here it is.
All right. Accusations get you nowhere. I want to make a very important statement here today. It's very important that within a few weeks, I want everybody to turn on TBS, because one of the biggest, baddest, most dangerous, blackest dudes I ever associated with in my career will be appearing live on Atlanta TV. And when you see him, there'll be no mistake about it, how serious I am about doing some business. Now, a lot of people say, why does a young, good-looking, talented, handsome man like Al Perez need Gary Hart? I want you to tell me, do you want me to cheat and help you win?
Gary, if you cheated for me, that'd be cheating myself. I figure I'm good enough to beat anybody. If I can't beat him in a ring, I need more work at it. I don't need Gary Hart to cheat for me. I don't need anybody to cheat for me. I can win on my own.
Let me ask you, Larry, what kind of partner is Al Perez for the United States Tag Team with all the talent that's involved?
You know something? I came out a couple weeks ago and made this statement, women should keep their mouths shut. Nobody believed me, of course, except now, Mike Tyson. Well, you can believe me when I tell you that Al Perez is a wrestler's wrestler. He's the perfect partner. You can believe me when I tell you people that I like the idea of having two belts. This one, the Western States Heritage Championship, and the U.S. Tag Team Championship with Al. We ain't gonna lose. We can't lose.
And Atlanta, you watch for it. It's coming. It's big. It's black. And it's as bad of anything that ever walked in the ring. Check it out. It's coming soon. All right.
Doc, you got any thoughts on Gary Hart promoting this big and black thing coming soon? Jesus Christ.
This may be the most thing you couldn't do today that we've seen in a long time.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. Wow. Who is it? Is it Tony Atlas?
I'm not saying anything.
Ahmed Johnson?
Is it Butch Reed?
I know who it is.
It's a big dude.
I know who it is.
Is it black?
Yeah, let's just stop.
Okay.
Let
it's
it happen.
Shaq, isn't it?
Let the big black
It's Shaq?
No.
Wow.
Let the big black thing enter us when it's ready.
Mm-hmm. Right, Mike?
Harper, you are so stupid.
What?
This post that you made on Facebook with the Heineken bottles with a mask over them, and they're hiding from the Corona bottle.
Come on.
You are a fucking moron.
Man.
Oh, my God. The things I do whenever I'm sitting here listening to Harper. Jesus
shit.
Christ.
So,
okay.
So here's what Al Perez may not need Gary Hart to cheat for him, but he definitely needs Gary Hart to talk for him.
Amen.
Yes, he does.
Right on, brother.
Right on. Well, hey, I'm getting the go home cue, so I'm gonna need to hop off here in a second. So why don't we rate this puppy and hand out some Rolexes?
We do need a rating.
Oh, why's it got nunchucks? I want to ask you.
Because he's Larry Zbyszko.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Doc, you got to jump, so why don't you go Rolex first?
Okay, Rolex first. I'm going to say, boy, I'm ready for baseball season to start. I'm going to say
Sorry,
a B.
bro. It's October. We got a long way to go.
We got a long way to go, bro.
Maybe next year.
Way to go.
We'll get him next year.
We'll get him next year. You're going to want a B, you said?
Yep.
Harper, what about you?
I'll give it a B.
All right, I'll go B+. I thought it was fine. It was long episode, though. I agree. And get used to it. We're in the long episode time frame right now.
God damn it. I mean, where's the college scoreboard?
Yeah, where's the NBA when you need them?
Well, like, remember in 1986 when they got to the fall, TBS had, I think it was 86,
football.
TBS had college football, so we were only getting like 45-minute, 58-minute episodes.
That was
in the whole
awesome.
Fall.
Yeah,
that was great. Great year, and yeah, great. All right, so I give B+, Harper did B, Doc did B. We got to do Rolex. Boy, I don't know. This is a tough one because I want to give. I want to give something to Humperdink.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
I'm gonna go Humperdink. I'm going Humperdink on this one. So yeah, give me Humperdink. Who you got, Doc?
I'm going with Corne for the uncrowned champions, flaming Arn and Tully and pulling out condiments.
That's nice. Condiments. Make sure you say that. Condiments. All right, you got Corny. I got Humperdink. Who you got, Harper?
I want to give it to Sir Oliver, but JR did the Smurfs and the bazooka thing, so I'm gonna give it to him.
All right, so JJ's getting it from you. Wow, we got 3 different Rolexes. Okay. All right, Doc, you got to jump?
Yeah, y'all take us home. Hey, everybody, y'all have a blessed week and be blessed, okay? Blessings.
That's nice. All right, Harper. So, we're pretty much down to the end of this thing. Before I throw it to you for some Wildcat news, so go ahead and look up the date and time and all that stuff since you never know it and all that good stuff.
February 9th.
Oh, excuse me, February 9th. Oh, well, you're on the ball tonight, huh?
It's like 2 Sundays from now, yeah.
Oh, so you got to know. It's right around the corner.
Yeah.
February 9th at the Esplanade Mall. What time, Harper? Come on, don't play this time. Give us the real time.
Fucking 7.
7. There we go. February 9th, Esplanade Mall,
and
Kenner,
it's
Louisiana.
Free. All you got to do is walk in, bro.
Yeah, the Esplanade is writing, or the city of Kenner is writing Wildcat a big check. So they're basically paying your way in. It's free. All you got to do is walk in and go see a wrestling show. If you're in the New Orleans, Louisiana area, Metairie, Kenner, all that good stuff. Even if you're on the Gulf Coast, Biloxi, all those places, go check it out. Wildcat Sports, February 9th.
Free, bro.
Free. It's a free show. Somebody else is footing the bill, so go see it for free. There you go. All right. A couple of things. Amazon link, tinyurl.com/BTT Amazon. Please use it every time you purchase something from Amazon. It is a great way to support this show. Also, if you don't want to miss our pre-shows, world-class shows, ECW shows, all that good stuff, please go to tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT and become a Patreon member. I think that's all I got. Harper, you got anything else? I got a couple more things, but go. You got anything else before we get out of here?
Nah.
All right, check out the Wrestling Podcast About Nothing with ROH's Brian Malonis and Mike Crockett every single Monday. They do their show. They talk classic and current stuff. It's a great show. It's a fun time. Lots of great guests. They had Ian Riccaboni on a couple of weeks ago. They've had Warbeard Hansen, who's now Ivar, on. That was a while back. But check them out. Again, it's a Wrestling Podcast About Nothing. They support us, so please support them. Good guys. Also, check out Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn, the northern version of BTT. Slightly classier, a little bit more professional, but still fun nonetheless. They support us, so please support them and their great show. All right, guys. That's about it. Harper? If you have nothing else and we can go home, let's hit the go home cue and ride off into the sunset, and maybe you'll go get you a little, one of those diseases out there at this bar in Metairie tonight.
I don't feel like going. Fuck it.
Just stay home, crank one off to Tony Storm?
Yeah, I just don't. Fuck.
Bro, that broad's fine, ain't she?
Yeah.
Ring a ding ding?
I think I follow her. Yeah, I think I'm friends with her on social media from before all this.
And you never hit on her. That's impressive.
No, man. I don't do that shit, bro.
You don't creep. You don't creep on people on social media.
Fuck no. I never try to slide in no one's DMs, and I never do none of that shit with the good morning and what are you doing and yada yada yada. I never do that fucking shit. I never did that shit. It's fucking
broads in the wrestling business get hit.
Here's
on
the thing.
Non-stop.
That's what I'm saying. You know how many motherfuckers do that?
Yes, I do.
It's just like, stop, dude. Stop.
I know enough women wrestlers who've literally showed me the screenshots and the ridiculous DMs they get.
Ugh. Fucking perverts.
Dude, there are some filthy idiots out there.
Yeah. Pervert fucks.
All y'all. Bad.
Steven Jaworski.
Nah, I think Jaworski's a good kid. He's like,
yeah,
he's like Chrissy on whatchamacallit. Good kid,
well, we fucking took his football coach away.
Okay, why were people overreacting to that? I mean, he coached at LSU before. This is nothing new. Like, everybody was like, oh, y'all getting a new coach. I'm like, well, he coached at LSU many, many years ago before he left Nebraska and all these other places. So
Bo Pelini.
I mean, we're very familiar with him, right? So
likes to play with his weenie.
Oh, that's nice. Come on. Oh, boy. All right, Harper. Anything else? Don't slide into Tony Storm's DMs, but yeah, she fine, bro. Ring a ding ding.
Yeah. Nah.
All right, man. Well, why don't you hit the go home cue for us, and we can ride off into the sunset like Steve Austin always says.
Book it, bitch.
Everybody, before we get out of here, I want to give a special shout out to all of the patrons out there. Thank you for your patronage each and every month. We appreciate it. Doc, Harper, and I. It really does help the show. We do these shows twice per week. You know, that's 8 per month and all the free shows. And honestly, if not for your patronage, we probably couldn't continue doing it because it does at least help us put the money back into the show. So anyway, I want to say special thanks to all of you out there and thank you for being a patron. If you're not one, become one at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. That's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. It is a great way to support this show while getting something extra, such as all of our bonus shows and all that good stuff. Without spending anything extra would be our Amazon referral link at tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. But Patreon, it's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Over 200 plus patron exclusive episodes are up there for you to enjoy. The Jim Crockett Promotions pay-per-views, the Clash of the Champions, a bunch of other, non-wrestling stuff, although still politics free. Non-wrestling stuff is out there. Lots of other stuff is up for you to enjoy. Now, before I get out of here, I want to give a special shout out to all of our Hall of Fame patrons and thank them. Harrison Lee, Isaac Penley at Oh Hey It's Isaac on Twitter, Eagle_1, Kango Fett, Lee Russell, MDQ for Life, George Davis, Kevin Carter, Michael Angel, Bob Richards, Rocky Suazo, Christopher Champer, Will Hartkey, Robbie Dyson, Rick Beebe, Brad Dunifin, Tom Schlegel, Coach Joey Chase, a.k.a. Willie Chase, Steve Malbasa, Kenny Byersdorf, Glenn Abbott, at GA WrestleNut on Twitter, Bobby Murray, Marlon Miller, a.k.a. at Half Pints Point. You know how I do, Marlon. Keep cutting those promos, kid. Josh Warren, Everett Starr, Mike Childry, Kyle Riley, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Craig Norman, Johnny on Patreon, the great John Dean at YRC21, Josh Dunn at Ryan and Auburn, good old Justin, Robert Smith, Joseph Ice, Tim Arechi, Adam Price, Brian Evans, Mark Wilson, Armando Martinez, David Jordan, Jesse Jacobs, Chris Myers, Gerald Green III, Mitchell Johnson, Mike Prue, Will Parker, Classy Alex, David DeVries, SV Pageant, Bill Salsa, Big Rich, Allen, at Spyboy Sports Cap, Ari Miller 39, Jay Shiny, Ruben Espinoza, Merciless Jones, Jesse Lucas, Chris Browning, Justin _Andretti, Coleman 822, Marty Howell, T-Hug 94, and Godbold Unreal. Thank you for being Hall of Fame patrons, and thank you to all of the patrons out there. If I had the time, I would read out all 200 plus of you all in between Podbean and Patreon, but that would take a lot of time to go through. So anyway, just want to say thank you to all the patrons and thank you for all your support. Also, don't forget, check out the Bottom Line Cast with my buddies Mike Prue and JV. Also, check out the ECW live cast that Mike Prue and JV do on our Patreon feed at the $5 tier 2 times a month. Every 2 weeks, they do the ECW shows. They basically take 2 ECW shows. They're going in chronological order, and we put those up on the Patreon feed for our $5 tiers and up. Other than that, check out Mike and JV. Thank you for being patrons out there, and thank you for all of your support of BTT. That's all I got. I'm a little blown up. We just did a long show. But you know what we always say when we get out of here? Book it, bitch.